Hello and welcome to NNN News, the only unbiased, unfiltered, unplugged news podcast. This podcast is back and better than ever. Season 2 is here and it comes with format changes and a number of new things that we're very excited to announce. As always, though, I'm joined by my friend and co-host, Neville Croft. Hey, Nev.
This podcast is so real, ravenous, and raw that we had to take an extended vacation after the victory of our savior, Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, nothing if not real, rad, and ravenous. What have you been up to, Nev, since we last saw you? You know?
So I've been I've took an extended vacation. So I took a yoga retreat.
Oh,
So
that's
it
fun.
got to a time where my spirit was essentially, without without the bad orange man around, it got to a point where I just felt purposeless in this world. Like, what purpose do I have if not to confront the evils of Drumpf? So I took this spiritual yoga retreat with some of my community lesbians, and so I kind of felt the purpose again. It's just no matter what, I will be a journalist.
So, you said this was with community lesbians. What sort of yoga is this here?
So they prefer to do like period blood Marxist yoga.
Period. Can you
Yoga,
explain what
sorry,
this
not yoga.
what does period blood Marxist yoga actually entail here?
So they would usually they do the traditional yoga stances, but then they would menstruate on the yoga mats and
Ah,
use it to create Marxist like grade art. But unfortunately, I cannot menstruate as I do not possess
have
a
you tried
vagina.
recently?
I have tried.
Well, it didn't
Unfortunately,
work out.
nothing worked.
Ah, see, that's always the worst. I've been saying for years we need to get science on this. Why is
Like
it?
the most that happened is I had like a curry the night before, and I had a very steamy shit that was a bit red, but that was as close I got.
They wouldn't use that. They said you couldn't use that.
I tried, but there was a lot of complaints
They were
from the
complaining.
staff of the.
Did they not understand
Yeah,
that just I mean that's just what transgender looks like. It's beautiful.
I know.
I
I
thought.
called them bigoted
Did you
for
did you tell
telling.
them that what you were doing right then was beautiful?
Yeah, I told them this was modern contemporary
Oh
art,
my
and for
god.
some reason they threatened to throw me out of
Bigots.
the hotel.
Bigots. Fuck. I don't know how you're
I mean,
always how
it's
are you always under attack
disgusting.
by bigots like this now. It always seems like
I
you're taking away your soy milk or something.
I know. I think it's just a case that the world isn't ready for me yet. I'm
Yeah.
too enlightened
That's
for these
that's the right
people.
attitude to have. That's the right attitude to have. That's the right attitude to have. Now, Nev, what sort of what's your favorite one of the sites that we own? I should mention the whole gimmick of this show, or not to call it gimmick, is we're going to be doing articles, all original content, all stuff from our sites. Which is your favorite site here? Are you an NPC Daily guy through and through?
A guy, Norm, did you
Guy,
just misgender
person,
me?
persons. NPC Daily
I mean,
person.
I don't won't blame you. It's been a while
It's been
since
a while,
I've
yeah. It's been a while.
been
I had
back
to
on the
get,
show.
I have to get back into my. Well, I've been doing Norm at night, right? And that's like that's when I go into the den of the alt right when I do Norm at night because I have to, I'm going
Yeah,
undercover. Hard, it's hard.
I saw your approved journalist Skyrim walkthrough a couple of nights ago. That was I was a bit disappointed you didn't play as a red guard of color.
Well, I was gonna play as a red guard color. I was gonna play as a red guard color, but I wanted to relive my Dragonkin experience. Become the Dovahkiin. And I think the only way to truly do that is to be a son or daughter of Skyrim.
Wait, isn't that? But I thought that the alt right was the ones who spouted that son and daughter of Skyrim stuff. I mean, they're using son and daughter. That's indicative of the two gender myth.
Oh fuck, you're right. What? This is why I'm trying to reform the Nords, right? And I want to push for, I say the Nords. I say let's go with the Imperials. They seem like they know what they're talking about, right? Okay,
Yeah.
get rid of the son and daughter crap. Have it be non-binary persons of Skyrim. I agree with you, Nev. I agree with you, Nev. It definitely needs some work. It definitely needs some work. My favorite news site is beesfud.com. Not because I'm the exclusive writer for there, but just because. I've collated here my favorite three articles to do here. So, Nev, without further ado, do you mind if we just try to hop on into this?
Let's go now.
No, that's the right attitude.
Let's delve into the progressive
Now,
realms.
if you have any questions or have anything to point out, make sure just to make it known. Give me 1 sec. I'm filling time while I get your frame set up here. Okay.
Of course, comrade.
I miss you though, bub. I miss you a ton.
You have been missed as well. I mean, it's so strange not having my dear comrade by my side as I tackle the
Uh-huh.
hate of the alt right.
Okay, now I've learned a few tricks here. You should be able to, if you look at my webcam, see the article I'm talking about.
Yeah, I see it.
Perfecto, perfecto. Now don't worry about what my camera is showing right now. I have no idea what it is.
My Biden book glasses can't read that.
It can,
All right, there we go.
too small? Is it too
No,
small?
no, it says it was they got misty.
They got misty. Well, do you remember when we met Joe Biden? I feel like that happened when we met Joe Biden too. Like the
Oh yeah, yeah, when we went for the celebratory ice cream.
yeah, everything got. I just remember everything getting misty. You know, my vision going dark. And after that, I don't
Yeah,
remember
I
very
don't know
much of
why
anything.
that was.
Yeah, I don't
That
know.
was really strange. I don't know. I couldn't really like. I mean, I guess we were just so excited we passed out. I
I
mean, what
guess.
explanation was there?
Well, I mean, there was that special ice cream, right?
Yeah, but that was Joe Biden's special brand of ice cream, so there was no need for concern.
Yeah, I know that's what he told us. I wasn't sure there, but
I remember his words. Listen up, Jack.
Listen-
Have this ice cream.
listen up, Jack. Enjoy the ice cream. Okay, so the article we're going to start here with on beastfoot.com, you can find it. It's calling your cat chonker is not cute. It's fat shaming. Then first off, are you an animal person? Do you have any animals? I for one have 3 vegan
know-
cats.
I have my vegan safe space teddy bear, Che.
Is it
But
hard?
that's it.
Has it been hard to get Che on a vegan diet?
Well, it's been difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that with cats as well in particular, it's a point that they have their animal instincts to be meat eaters, which is
Well,
wrong. I mean,
it's a lot
they
like
shouldn't be like that.
it's a lot like like dealing with a member of the alt right. You never know when they're gonna turn on you, and they're gonna go back to sort of their instincts and start eating meat again. But you just have to keep an eye on it.
Exactly.
Now, have you heard about the whole? Are you tied in with the whole fat shaming thing?
Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've been fat shamed. I mean, sometimes
You?
I've identified as a person of size in
Okay.
solidarity, and bigots have mocked me, saying that I'm not a person of size, and I just feel discriminated.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That must have been so hard for you. I don't know. How are you doing? Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, after my yoga retreat, things seemed to be getting a bit better. It got to a point where I felt purpose again in my life.
Oh, that's really nice. You know, it isn't nice. It's fat shaming cats. This whole fat shaming thing for cats all started with this tweet right here. You guys might remember the "Oh Lord, he coming" thing. Not only,
I think I remember that one.
not only is this tweet deeply, deeply offensive to cats of size, but on top of this, it's also a little bit racist, right? Oh Lord, he coming. Verbal blackface, jive speak much.
Digital blackface right there, cyber blackface.
Yeah, that's a classic case of cyber blackface. This just seems like another hobby for these pasty white dudes. To make fun of cats who have a little bit of an eating problem. Okay, so sure, that cat's a little bit fat.
Well, I mean, healthy at every size. I mean, look
Exactly.
at that cat right
That
there.
cat, that's a healthy
it's
boy.
healthy.
That's a healthy boy. And I guess I shouldn't assume the cat's gender. I can't really sex it from this picture. But people are wondering, why do we have to take away these photos? Why can't we just enjoy our fat cats? And the fact is, when memes that are made in hate get corrupted by that hate. That's just the reality of the situation here. And when you might think the chonker is a term of endearment, but you can't be speaking for these animals like this. It's our job to speak for these animals, not yours.
Exactly.
Not yours. Exactly. It's our job to tell you when these animals are hurt and when you're doing stuff wrong with these animals. It's not your job. I mean,
You know what word I hate when it comes to animals? The term owner. Is essentially a form of modern slavery.
yeah,
It's a case of white people can't have slaves anymore, so they call their beloved pets they call themselves their owners. I mean, does that sound sickening to you at all?
it's trans species racism. That's what it is. And
Exactly.
and plain and simple. And there's no the people who try to act as though it's not that. They're either being willfully ignorant, or they just don't know what they're talking about, right?
Exactly. It is discrimination of the highest order.
Yeah, and it's not just discrimination, but when people, these people online who call their cat chonkers, who fat shame their cats, what they're really doing it for, a lot of them are doing it for money. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about like the bub cat, the grumpy cats, all these famous internet cats, these quote unquote absolute units that we find on Reddit and what have you? They're not getting a dime out of this internet money. You know what I mean? They're not getting
Yeah,
anywhere. This is just
this is capitalism at its most evil. Capitalism is like it's like a panther as such. It's a wicked predator pouncing on the weak.
it really.
It's disgusting.
I hate capitalism, and it really reminds me almost of like the way that black artists get screwed over by the music industry. I think it's very similar.
Exactly.
And it's also similar, not to bring everything into Skyrim. I know we were talking about Skyrim earlier. It reminds me of the plight of the Khajiit. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Khajiits, I think, are an excellent representation for furry and otherkin peoples in this game.
Yeah, I thought that was really good that they included that. But not to get too off topic here. Speaking about economic collapse, speaking about the flaws of capitalism, one thing that didn't have any flaws at all and was a perfect system?
Socialism.
Yes, but specifically in the form of the sort of urban socialism that we saw here with Chaz Chop. You remember Chaz Chop, Nev, right?
Oh, how could I forget it, Norm? I believe that Chaz was the peak of personity,
Yeah.
like person societies and civilization.
And one of the things that was so cool about Chaz is you had all of these guerrilla urban farmers. And I'm not using guerrilla like monkey guerrilla like guerrilla warfare sort of thing. That's a very important distinction you make. And you get all these urban farmers, and they started with nothing. All they had was cardboard. They had protest signs, and from that they built these absolutely beautiful potatoes, as well as a number of other plants. You know,
I mean, if you scroll up from it, look at the way that they laid out
look
that
at
cardboard.
the
Like,
craftsmanship here. I mean,
yeah,
this just shows to me they have an immense amount of care for what they do. It shows to me that these potatoes are going to be of the utmost quality, and they're not just growing potatoes, right? They have other sources of food. They can do peppers, marijuana. I'm sure other things, tomatoes, other superfoods. I mean,
maybe different flavors of potatoes.
sure, sure. I'm sure they could do sweet potatoes, for example, sweet potatoes. Although I've heard sweet potatoes might not be approved anymore. There was some weird stuff about Song of the South or something. I don't remember the details. But one of the things,
So is that like a hate food then?
yeah, it might be. Well, it's I don't know if it's a superfood, sweet potatoes, but normal potatoes are. You're right. That's been proved. Now, one of the things that I think was so cool about Chaz Chop is that they realized that for any of this to work, they have to be doing this local, right? Whoa, that was very loud. They learned that we have to do this stuff local, and that's something I want to say pushing forward. Make sure you have your own little local farm. Make sure you're using this advanced greenhouse technology and this advanced cardboard farming technology. Because with this, the possibilities are endless. And this can happen in your town. This can happen anywhere. Don't think farming doesn't just have to happen on a farm. I think that's a misconception people have.
I've advocated for the construction of a journalist shop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's about time that our people made the holy pilgrimage to a land where we may be free from oppression.
Well, not to plug my merch, but have you ever been to teespring.com/norm merch before?
I think I may have paid a visit or two.
Yeah, well, if you know anything, that's one of the things that's most important about being a journalist here, is that you need to learn how do we sell ourselves here. How do we keep the whole machine running? And one of the ways we do that is through websites. And there's a stigma. I'll admit there's a little bit of a stigma I have to face because of this. But yeah, guess what? I'm an OnlyFans creator, and that's how I support the whole journalist thing. So what? And much like we saw with the United States election, I was hacked by the Russians. Now,
It's really sad.
it is sad.
I mean, you can't even distribute a few feet pics so the Russians get
Exactly. It all started out, I had a Twitter poll, and I was like, hey, should I do an OnlyFans? People want to see it. And everybody's like, yeah, let's do an OnlyFans. And then out of nowhere, and give me 1 sec so I can get this set up on Discord so you can watch it too. So just join the Discord stream there, Nev. And we're going to go full screen with this one.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, let's just even watch it in the little window here. But yeah, we're being watched by the Kremlin. So red alert, guys. It is confirmed. There are Russian bots inside of my YouTube chat. I'm not sure how they got a hold of me. I mean, could you believe what's happening in this?
The look of fear on your face is horrible.
There was so much fear.
You look terrified now.
I am terrified. And then it's over. You know, it was a simple twist of fate. I found myself in the watchful eye of Vladimir Putin's thugs. They were trying to take down Norman Knight. You know, they realized what Norman Knight had to offer. They realized that we were here to change the world. You know, they realized that what we were bringing to the plate was unlike anything that's been seen before in any field, right? You know, they realized that we are as good as it gets, and they wanted to take us down. And the Kremlin targeted us, you know. And if you are not already, you know, the OnlyFans thing is coming back, guys. So don't even worry about that. We managed to stave off these Russian attackers. We managed to fight them off here, and we survived. And I think that's the beautiful message we need to learn from this now. Is that
we're journalists.
We're journalists.
The
Russians
survive.
can do exactly. We'll always survive. The Russians cannot take us down, no matter how hard they try. And they'll try. Now they'll try. They'll try really hard. Now, how do you sort of keep the whole journalist train going? Do you have have you thought about starting an OnlyFans or anything like that? Maybe
considered a journalist approved OnlyFans, but I get most of my income. I tend to basically have income generated from the various places I work for, from the journalists' unions.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I understand that. It's usually that or like the government or something.
I also like to go into schools, and there I teach the young children about the fruits of being an intersectional activist.
Do you still get your tugboat doing that? Your little
tugboat?
Yeah, your little check from the government.
Oh yeah. So occasionally I'll get my check from them. Usually it's a good few hundred or so. Mm-hmm. And so I go in, I'll teach the children some slam poetry, all that kind of good stuff.
Wow, they must love you there. Do the kids like you? Are the kids nice to you?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Would they call you
it's like
Auntie Nev or Uncle Nev or Nevy Poo?
They call me Zunkel, which is like a journalist. Yeah, so it's with an X, so it's gender neutral.
Oh, it's with an X. Zunkel. I would have thought it would be with a Z with the name Zunkel. Great.
Oh, no. So it's just because obviously gender neutral and all that. We've got to teach the children young so they don't grow up to be Nazis.
So, Nev, what are you thinking here? Are you thinking NPC Daily next, or are you thinking Inclusive Gamers next?
I'd say let's pay a visit to NPC Daily.
Yeah, let's do NPC Daily here. Let's pull it on up.
Turning point of my journalist career.
And let's start even with with just as simple as that's not the right image. Give me 1 second while I copy this again here. Let's start with this is an article you sent me here. It says, and would you mind explaining while I get this pulled up? It's time to admit that Joe Biden is God. Could you explain what you were sort of thinking with this article while I get it all framed?
So with this article, I think it's fairly straightforward in that
some
Joe
feedback
Biden
there.
right now is essentially he's more important to us than Jesus Christ ever was.
Okay.
I mean, it's a point now where we have to accept and come to terms with the fact that Joe Biden is indeed our savior.
Now,
he saved us from an orange devil.
Now, did you get any kickback when you made this article?
I didn't make this particular one, but
this one's from
there has been a backlash.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they're calling us cultists,
they're calling you cultists.
Yeah.
Why? Because you support our leader Joe Biden.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't see how any of this is equivalent or comparable to a cult.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Okay, I'll read the first line, and you tell me if this seems like cult-like behavior to you, okay? Today is a new day. Joe Biden is not only the new president of the United States, but he is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit incarnate. Simply put, Joe Biden is God, and he is God. He's both the God we need and the God we deserve. How does that sound like a cult thing to you? I mean, does that sound like a cult thing to you? I don't hear it.
Absolutely not. I mean, just look at the nice picture the article has. He's opening his arms. Joe Biden's inviting us in with his grace to help and heal and unite.
And this is about what I remember from the inauguration. It's like, within mere minutes of Biden's inauguration, the Trump virus left. Yeah, that happened. The economy recovered. Population united. Hate speech became a thing of the past.
Like racism's not even a thing anymore now.
I mean, I'm thinking we're returning to those ever dreamed of Xbox Live days again. You know, back when we used to be able to go on Xbox Live, and when Obama was in office, which was kind of like Joe Biden was in office in a way. You know, Obama was kind of like Joe Biden, like the take one, right?
Yeah, I mean, when Obama was voted in, it's like nobody voted for
They were
Obama,
voting
they
for
voted
Joey.
for Joe Biden.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. They were voting for Joe, and I think obviously, you know, we need to realize now here that one of the things we have to do now is we have to give Joe the proper respect he deserves, and if that means we have to go every Sunday, right, to show our love for Joe, that's fine. You know, Joe Biden is, was, and always will be the name we praise.
Oh, did you go to the inauguration, Nob?
I slept through it.
Oh no, I was there. I was one of the few journalists that they let in. It
What
was amazing.
What was it like? What was it like on the? What was it like there for you?
So for me, I sat up there with all the other important people, and got to a point I was so excited I peed my pants.
Just once?
No, maybe probably about 2 or 3 times, and I had to be escorted off the premises.
Okay.
I tried to ask for Joe Biden's autograph, but they wouldn't let me get close.
Did they stop you or?
Well, their legal consultants have informed me that there may be a restraining order in the works.
Oh, I was hearing. Was this related to the letter thing?
Possibly. I mean, remember that letter that Joe Biden sent you at the time?
Yeah, I remember that.
Apparently, the Joe Biden team has come out and said they didn't write that.
They didn't write that letter. Well, then who wrote it?
No, they're saying I fraudulently wrote it.
What? How is that?
Exactly. I mean, how is that possible? Do I look like a fraudulent person to you, Nom?
No. No.
What was that?
No. No.
You didn't sound resolute in your answer.
What's the next article you want me to do here on NPC Daily?
Oh, let's have a look. What is the article, Nom?
No, I don't know. It's you were supposed to pick 3 NPC Daily articles.
Oh, is it not there? I think I sent it to you on Discord.
I only got the one.
Wait, scroll up a bit.
Oh, there we are. Thank you, Bubby.
No, wait,
I got
the Trump one.
Second one from NPC Daily. Yes. I got it. Wow, you sent that to me forever ago. That's why I was confused. You were ahead of the curve. That was the problem.
Exactly. A good journalist is always ahead of the curve.
Of course. So this is Joe Biden nominated for Nobel Peace Prize in record time after the inauguration. Now, we're speaking record time. How fast was this? This was within minutes, right?
Yeah, it was literally after his inauguration, I believe.
Wow. And how did we know so quickly that he was really ready to get this?
Well, it's Joe Biden. We just knew he was ready. I mean, look at his record. Look at all he's done. I mean, in that 47 years he was in the Senate, he did all kinds of stuff like
like that.
Stuff. Yeah, he did a lot of good stuff. But
you make a really convincing case here, Nev. Make a really convincing case here. So he's already getting nominated. When is the next Nobel Prize? When can he win this? You know, when can he pull this out? When's the next one?
No, I think they should make a special case and just give it to him straight away.
I think they should. They should, unless they want to get ousted. I'm almost done with the Nobel Prizes. Did you hear that somebody wanted to even give Donald Trump the Peace Prize inauguration?
Giving Hitler the Peace Prize.
That's what they did. I think they did.
They did?
I'm pretty sure.
Why was it banned years ago?
I don't know. And now they're trying to sweeten us up with this Joe Biden nomination. I think it's crap. You know?
That's like an excuse. They're attempting to excuse their past sins.
Exactly. And if there's one thing I've learned, there is no reparations. There's nothing you can do to make this better. You know, if you supported Donald Trump in 2020, 2016, 2014, any of those years, bye-bye. You know, it's just that simple.
You're literally irredeemable. There's nothing you can do to atone.
Irredeemable. Exactly, irredeemable. Gosh. I will say we do have an article here off NPC Daily. That's all right. This article is from a good friend of ours. You remember, you know Tina? You a fan of Tina? Friend of Tina?
Yeah.
Tina sent us this from, what is this website? This is Reg
Um,
Left Watch. What is this? Now, have you sent this to me? What is this?
I so Tina sent it to me, and it's some article from some far right, alt right fascist website or something.
Okay, okay. Well, I should mention one of the new things about the show is I hate to do it. I hate to do it, but we're gonna give these things a chance. Okay, is that all right with you, Nev? If we give these things a chance?
Well, I mean, I don't like. You see, it was a reluctant one. I think it is imperative that we dismantle the boundaries of hate, whether we pass them.
That's true. That's what I was thinking too. So let's dismantle this article here. This article headline reads: ATU Trump aides gave up trying to communicate with him in attacks on the U.S. Capitol, calling him mentally unreachable. Reports say. What might this mean? May this mean that he was on a different mental plane? Is this a spiritual warfare thing? Was Trump in the midst of casting a hex during this? You know,
Or are you trying to say that Trump is a witch?
Trump has been a witch. Trump is a warlock. You didn't know that?
I'm shocked. I thought witches were good people now. What side are you on?
Witches are good people. Warlocks, however, warlocks are like the alt-right of witches, right? Now, well, being a witch promotes sisterhood. Being a warlock promotes toxic male masculinity here. Oh, wow. This is a really wordy article. You should tell Tina to send us less wordy articles.
Yeah, I don't like lots of words.
Yeah, they make it too hard to read.
I mean, who's gonna sit and read that?
Truthful official says opposed. Pence is angry. He couldn't see straight. Yeah, of course he couldn't see straight because he sucks. I don't like him.
Probably smells funny as well. It looks like he smells of cheese.
What do you think? So if my warlock theory is wrong, what do you think Trump was doing all this time during all this Capitol stuff that kept him so busy?
He was probably crying, maybe.
Crying.
Yeah, I mean, I think he knew he was gonna lose, so he's just crying. He knows he's gonna be thrown in jail, so it was his moment of just tearful suffering.
I think you're right. I think that's part of it. I think also he's probably locked up in the White House, just eating McDonald's in the Oval Office. That's what he was probably doing during that. And now he's in Mar-a-Lago, right? He's on the beach. Can you believe that? Have you heard what they've been doing lately? They've been flying planes over the resort in order to send him messages. I'm worried.
Whoa,
I'm worried.
What kind of messages?
I don't know. It mostly was like "go home, you suck" sort of stuff at first, but I'm worried that they're going to start using that to communicate with him. I thought the whole point of getting him on Twitter was that we couldn't talk to him anymore. I thought that was the whole point. Isolate him.
But we should just. How about
Make it a no-fly
take
zone,
Trump, and we move him somewhere else?
like prison or.
Well, probably out the country. Like, where can we send him to? We'll never hear
Well,
from him
send
again.
him to Russia. I'm sure he'd like it there with all his cronies.
Well, I don't know. I think that he's a big Russian asset. That might help the Russians.
Oh, okay.
We can send him to maybe North Korea. We probably won't hear from him there.
Or like summer camp or something.
Yeah, summer camp.
Yeah, I mean that'd be fun. Although who'd want to bunk with Trump, right?
Oh, I can't imagine anyone of a sane mind would.
Okay, we haven't.
Maybe some guy in like a little pointy white hat and a white robe might, but
Oh well, he has a few of those friends, so I wouldn't have to worry here. We do have some news here. Apparently, there's a. Now, do you ever play Super Smash? I know you had some issues with gaming in the past, right? You had a little bit of a gaming addiction. How have you?
yeah, I've managed to kind of come to a close after the yoga retreat with that.
That's what I was going to ask. Did the yoga retreat help you with your gaming addiction? Do you think?
Yeah, so the only game now I really play is Tetris, really.
Tetris. Okay. Now in Tetris, do they add new characters ever, or is it just a pretty set roster?
It's a pretty set roster. So you've got like blue block, you've got the cross block,
Yeah, the L.
you've got the foot shaped block. Yeah, it's pretty standard. They haven't added any new characters yet in that game.
Should they add a POC block to Tetris?
Absolutely. I mean, you could have like a black block, a brown one.
What about one that just cleared out the entire thing, the entire screen, like a BLM power up or something? Like maybe she's.
I don't know. Like you the way you first said that, like Claire, it sounded like genocide. Almost.
Oh no! I mean like victory, like you win. Like what if you get like.
Oh.
Yeah,
like a BLM fist in the air.
Yeah, you should like a power up or something. Speaking of video games here, one of these games has been adding a ton of new characters is Super Smash Brothers, and a lot of these characters have put them in some hot water here. The most recent one we have here is Steve. Now this is from
Oh
Minecraft.
no, not Minecraft.
I know, and Minecraft is one of those games that it seems to go off and on the journalist approved list every other week. Nev, can you explain some of your bad experiences with Minecraft so people can understand why you reacted the way you did? Because I understand
Well,
it. I think you're justified to react like that.
first of all, you have to look at the name Minecraft. What does that sound like to you?
Minecraft.
Mine.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was the intention with whoever made this game. Probably some like neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, it was made by,
But
if you don't know anything about the creator's name is Notch, and he is a confirmed member of the alt-right, so much so, and if you don't believe me, just look at the game credits. They've taken him out because they know how harmful just even seeing his name could be to young
wow.
gamers and young people, you know. But at the same
I
time,
mean,
now that they've done the right thing and they've wiped out the original creator from history, you know, I say we give them a chance, give Microsoft a chance with this property, but not when they're doing crap like this. They just added a blackface thing to Smash with Minecraft.
what?
For real. So this was big news recently. They added Steve to Minecraft. Everybody was very excited, but one of the skins for Steve seems a little bit odd. Steve's foreskin is an Enderman. Now, are you aware of the?
Literally just blackface.
Yeah, are you exactly? I should mention, unlike the Enderman in the game, which does appear as taller and as a distinctly different creature, the Enderman in this game is the same height as Steve and as the other characters. Meaning it's only assumable that Steve is putting on... And it looks like green face too here. I will say it was nice of them to add a transgender option. But still, that doesn't make up for... I mean, look at this. Look at what we're seeing here.
Wow. We even went to the extra effort to paint his whole body
Yeah.
black.
How much Shushan would that have used? I can't believe it. And... You know, this is just the type of thing we have to deal with here. Trying to be better the game. I mean, Smash seems like the worst game to me. You know what I mean?
Oh yes. That's essentially like a how would you describe that? It's like a paragon of hate.
Yeah, no, it really is a paragon of hate. Another game, there's a few games like this that seem to go off and on vogue as far as being accepted. Another one of these games is, have you touched Animal Crossing? Do you know anything about Animal Crossing?
I've heard that Joe Biden campaigned in Animal Crossing for a bit.
Give me 1 second, actually. I'll pull that article up for you. Yes, he did campaign on Animal Crossing. In fact, that's why the game got reapproved for the journalist approved game list here. Joe Biden was kind enough, and this was such a service to the American people. He released a number of here it is. Joe Biden campaign signs. He released a number of campaign signs that you can put on your character's front lawn to show your support. And I, for one, of course, I was wearing all the Biden-Harris merch. These are screenshots from our very nice, we have a very nice reporters here, Babby, who runs Inclusive Gamers. She was nice enough to get these screenshots to me. But just while we're on this article is what Animal Crossing lawns say about you. I should mention, you can also make sure you have your BLM sign too, and you can have a gay pride flag and a feminist pride flag. You know all this stuff. But
No.
yeah, Nev, Bubby. Oh no, we lost Nev here. So what I was trying to say here is we recently learned the quote-unquote bigoted truth behind Animal Crossing. So there's transphobia. You know, everybody has this problem with Tom Nook, colonialism. This is, you know, it was banned in China, which really must mean something significant, right? However, we've also learned that, like many games, it really just means you need to know how to play it right. If you can play it right, you know, you can sort of do this whole thing ethically, and that's quite amazing, you know. Norm, Nev, Nev, are you there?
I think I was attacked by the Russians for a moment then.
Oh no, Nev, are you okay?
My screen is black. Oh, I can see you now.
You can see me now.
Is my camera on? I am back. What? Discord just crashed for me for a moment. I was terrified.
Are you okay?
The Russians, I believe. Yeah, I think the Russians caught wind of us criticizing Trump then, so they're trying to stop us.
Oh no, maybe they heard the show was back.
How would they have? No, has your server been infiltrated by Russian assets?
No, 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 no. Don't put this on me. Don't put this on me, Nev. My server. I mean, we did have the
Well,
OnlyFans
who else
thing.
have we told that the show is back?
Who did I tell? I
We
told.
had an open audience like a day or two.
Oh, we told them, didn't we? Ah, God. You think the Russians already heard about our show coming back? I mean, I know we had problems with them in the past.
I mean, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I can't even film a journalistic show without these people attacking me.
It's Nev. Go whole hog. Tell them how mad you are. Nev.
Frick you all, freaking fascists.
Okay, calm down.
I will tell the news, and you will not stop me.
Okay, Nev. Okay, Nev. I think that was the last article we had to do today. Let's get another
Well, at
one.
least the Russians cannot stop us now.
Yeah, at least. What, Nev? I had a lot of fun with that. Did you have fun coming on here? I mean, it was
I
great
think
to
it
be.
was marvelous.
It was great to be back on. What can people do? Can they follow us here on YouTube? Where else can they follow us? We're on Facebook.
So
and then
we're on
news.
Facebook,
Twitter.
we're on Twitter.
You run the Twitter account still, right?
YouTube. Yep. So we've got all these good places. Once I manage to get a new tablet sorted, I'll be able to get a new Twitter account for my personal self running on there as well.
Oh, that's good.
So more prevalency on the Twitter scene.
Yeah, well, look.
It's just I've heard recently there's been a few purges on there, and unfortunately some journalists got caught in it.
Yeah, I know, it's so sad. I hate the purge thing, and it seems to happen all the time. I mean, people seem to be afraid of our ideas. It seems to really be that simple. But this has been NNN News. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys. Should we do this every week or every other week, Nev? Let's make the call live on air. We could probably do every week, honestly, because this only took us 40 minutes.
Yeah, we can, the more news we preach to our viewers,
The
the
better.
more enlightened and safe they will be.
Okay, well, I'll see you all next week, same time. Goodbye.
Stay black.
Stay black. Oh, he said it.